The best player in the draft is?
Oh, wow. You know what? I would say this, and this is going to catch some people by surprise. The best player in this draft, some people will say Quinn Williams, some people are going to say Nick Bosa. I'll tell you this. For my money, pound for pound, the best player in this draft is Devin Bush from Michigan, inside linebacker. If you can tell me exactly what his weakness is, I can show you a play that tells you it's not a weakness. I played with his father in Atlanta in 1996 or 97, 95, one of those years. Anyway, his father was a safety from Florida State. This kid has all of his father's tenacity, speed, striking ability. He has better football instincts. His football smarts are off the charts.
But is that an important position, though, Lewis? That would be my question.
You know what? Great question. The game has changed, Dan, right? I mean, the game, as far as how people are attacking you on offense, it's become critical that you have great athletes, smart athletes in the middle of the field at linebacker and at safety. That's why you're seeing guys like Roquan Smith getting drafted as high as he got drafted by Chicago last year. That's why Devin White's going to go top 10 this year from LSU. That's why Devin Bush is going to go top 10 from Michigan this year. You better be able to defend teams that can attack you with running backs and tight ends in the middle of the field where you're not allowed to hit anybody. There are some great athletes who teams will just carve you up between the numbers right down the field. First down. It's how New England has just kind of made the rest of the league look silly. They started doing it years ago with Gronk and Hernandez. They still do it now. And now they just changed their philosophy a little bit as Gronk got older, and they started doing it with running backs. Rex Burkhead, James White, the guys who are catching passes over and over again. You're going, damn, how is Brady keep doing this? Bill has always been out ahead of the curve. You better start catching up as far as getting athletes in the middle of the field. Middle linebacker and safety, they're not throwaway positions anymore. They're just not. If you don't have them, you won't stop anybody in the NFL. Maybe that's what the league wants. That's how most teams kind of. And if you view it that way as a team builder, you're not going to stop anyone. That's why you're going to see more and more guys who can play defense like that to combat some of these hybrid tight ends. You better have them. It's the same thing. Like, all right, why did Quentin Nelson go as high as he did to Indianapolis last year? Well, more teams are looking for Fletcher Cox and Aaron Donald. Why? Because all the best quarterbacks say, get me a defensive tackle. If I have a defensive tackle that's going to just absolutely just terrorize me right up the gut, play after play like Aaron and Fletcher, that's how you can best rattle me and get me off of my game. Well, the only way you can combat Fletcher Cox and Aaron Donald is if you have guys like Quentin Nelson. The game's changed, man. It's not just about, well, I just got to have a corner and a left tackle and a pass rusher, and after that I'm good. You can just find me any old stiff off the street to play guard. It's not like that anymore. And that's why positional values have changed. They've morphed. And if you're not with that, you're just not going to be playing in January and then ultimately in February. And the best teams are doing it. And that team in New England's been doing it for years now.
Yeah, I had a scout who told me last year that Nelson, he thought was the best player in the draft. And that's why when the Colts took him, I said, you know what? They got a guy that's going to be there 10 years. He's going to be an all-pro. And he plays with an attitude, and he's ready for the challenge, and he lived up to the hype as well.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune into Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV, stream for free on BR Live, or download the Dan Patrick Show app.